High school basketball is on the air. It's March Madness time. Hi, this is Larry Proietti, inviting you to join Nick Proietti and me as we're in Casper this weekend for Class 2A State Championship basketball action and Class 4A Regional Championship action as well. High school hoops on 1480 KRAE is being brought to you by our fine sports sponsors. Now let's send it to Casper, Wyoming. We can be either at the Ford Center, we can be at Casper College, or we can be at Casper Natrona High School. Action aplenty coming your way on 1480 KRAE. Before the opening tap of this contest, let's check in with our pregame show right here on 1480 KRAE Cheyenne.
From Natrona High School, as it is Championship Saturday. However, it's turning out to be a blue Saturday thus far. We get a chance to actually slow down, catch our breath, because the last game just finished and we are ahead of schedule. That's a bulletin. And we're going to get a chance just to kind of simmer down a little bit, tell you what's going on, what's upcoming, and again, invite you to join us here for Championship Saturday. This is for the championship of the Class 4A East Regional, as it will be the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds matching up with the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts. Good news, both teams have qualified. It's just a matter of who's going to be number one, who's going to be number two.
That's pretty much plain and simple. So, again, these teams, as much as you want to win this contest, your sights are now set for the state tournament coming up, again, next weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday up here in Casper. But, again, we did have early morning action at two gymnasiums here in Natrona County. Again, we'll start with the girls' action. Laramie, again, losing Laramie Lady Plainsmen. How about this? Again, a team that we all thought was going to make it to the state tournament. They lost to Sheridan. So, again, Lady Bronx move on. Sheridan qualifies. Central Lady Indians, they had a date with Campbell County earlier this morning. How about this? Lady Camels of Campbell County defeating Cheyenne Central Lady Indians 72-61. So Campbell County and Sheridan have qualified along with East and Thunder Basin. So Central Lady Indians join Lady Fighting Bison of Cheyenne South, again, as teams that did not qualify for state, that, again, their postseason hopes do come to an end. Boys action from earlier today. Don't have a final yet between Natrona County and Campbell County, but that is one matchup of the loser-out contest. We did see a final here. Again, the game that wrapped up right before us, Central versus Laramie. Central boys, who, again, thought we're going to go to the state tournament. Fortunately, Laramie, the Plainsmen, got in their way. Laramie winning a close one here. So, again, Central Indians join Cheyenne South Fighting Bison as teams that have been eliminated from postseason play. So that's it for next week for Cheyenne teams. It's Cheyenne East, as the boys already qualified. Cheyenne East Thunderbirds will have a date with the Thunder Basin Bolts at 2 p.m. here at Natrona County. So that's how it is that out of 6 potential teams going to the state tournament, 2 are left standing to at least qualify for the state tournament regarding the Cheyenne teams.
So we know next week for sure, Thursday 2 games here in this building, 2 games for sure at the Ford Wyoming Center, hopefully 2 more games Saturday in the Ford Wyoming Center, that we don't have to come back to this place. Interesting to note, we talked with head coach Eric Wesley, because we have dubbed this Revenge Saturday.
Yeah.
East has to get revenge on the Lady Bolts. The Burns Lady Bronx looking for a little revenge against the Lingle Fort Laramie Lady Doggers. And for the Hornets, they're looking for a little revenge against the Bighorn Rams. So, again, and state championships on the line over there.
Well, again, we're talking revenge just due to the fact, at least in this matchup between Cheyenne East and Thunder Basin. Thunder Basin and Lady Bolts were the first team to beat Cheyenne East in the state of Wyoming in about 2 years. So, again, Lady Bolts pulling off or at least ending that winning streak against Wyoming schools. Again, Cheyenne East did get upset earlier in the season on the road against Scottsbluff, Nebraska, but, again, have not been beaten by a Wyoming team up until, again, they face off against Thunder Basin and Lady Bolts. So, again, that's the revenge factor there. So, again, it's something that for Cheyenne East, you want the 1 seed. Again, the worst you could do is the 2 seed. So, again, I think for both teams right now, for East and Thunder, again, revenge is a little bit on their mind for the Lady Thunderbirds. But, again, you got to imagine sights are set that, hey, at least we're going to the state tournament next week.
And one of the things, too, when we talked this morning in the media room with head coach Wesley, and we were talking about this building. And, again, let's give it its due. It's a really nice building, but built strangely.
Which is odd.
And Erica had a good point, again, with the glass windows.
Well, again,
you see silhouettes.
See shadows. Again, there's folks that walk at least on the other side of the windows. Again, does have a reflection of the action going on the court. So, again, as you're for an entire half having to face that basket or at least go to that basket on that side, again, it would cause a lot of problems. So, again, for Cheyenne East, for Thunder Basin, both teams have gotten used to it at this point or seen a couple games at this point. You know, it's
I don't think you get used to it. I disagree with you.
Obviously,
it's an optical illusion.
Obviously,
here.
Natrona County has to get used to it. Again, it's their home building.
But they don't score a lot of points here. If you notice that, Nick, you go look at their average scoring. They're in the 50s here.
Well, again, either way, it's something that you have 2 games under your belt, or at least I should say 3, again, going back to the regular season matchup up here against Natrona County. So you've had 3 contests in this building, now 4. So if anything, gets you a little bit prepared compared to the West teams. And again, I think we'll make that note again. West teams that will have to play here, again, who have not, you have that benefit of, again, being used to this facility, playing up here this week. And again, as Natrona County will be the host site, at least for Thursday's action, due to the fact that Casper College will be occupied by the Region 9 men's North at least tournament, or at least not even the North tournament, but again, just Region 9 tournament happening over at Casper College. So that's how it sizes up. So again, this is our first matchup of 3 today in the East Regional Championship between East and Thunder Basin. Then we move over to the Forward Wyoming Center, Class 2A girls action. Burns and Lingle Fort Laramie. That's 2A state championship on the line. Burns Lady Broncs looking for their first ever state championship. They've been in the state title game. It was the first appearance since 2011. And for the Pine Bluffs Hornets, they take on Bighorn Rams. For Pine Bluffs, they're defending 2A state champions. They're looking for the repeat, as again, they'll have to take on that Bighorn team that upset them in the East Region, at least 2A championship game up in Sundance.
Wow, you got us all caught up, don't you?
Well,
all right, let's thank all our fine sponsors here as we continue on with our pregame show. We're about 9 minutes away from tap time. We want to thank the United States Air Force Recruiting Office, Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Del Range. Also, Medicap Pharmacy, Page and Zach Lane at Number One Properties. 2 doors down, YO Print LLC, giftconnections.net. The Donut Shop on Central Avenue, affordable computer repair. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, MHP LLP. Lennox Auto Body in the Auto Glass and Detail Center, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Halliday Motors, Platte Valley Bank, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Cheyenne Urological, Cheyenne Pack and Ship, the Gill Window Company, Key of Cheyenne, Wyoming Department of Transportation, First Tier Bank, Burns Insurance Company, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. You know, it's interesting too, Nick, we mentioned this last night. Unfortunately, the only team that we have not been able to cover up here have been the Lady Bison. We got the boys in. We got the guys in yesterday.
A partial half game.
Yeah, we got Cheyenne Central in. We've had the East boys. Now we get the East girls. So again, to Brody Epler, you know, we apologize just that our schedule did not coincide, you know, with the Lady Bison. Again, we've been running around too. We have been at Sweet Erickson. We have been at the Ford Wyoming Center, and we've been here. You know what, Nick? I told you yesterday, when you turn my age and you got all this information in your head, wait till you start thinking and screwing up. So again, and then we're over here at Natrona. So we have been bouncing around, and now we'll get a chance to cover this game, get a little break under our belt, and then get into championship Saturday at the Ford Wyoming Center. All right, we are going to take a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more after this right here on 1480 KRAE.
Each of us comes with a different story, a different way of looking at the world. So whatever it is that makes you different will make all the difference. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
Suddenly it's all so clear with Gill Windows. Your home deserves the very best, that's what we give to you. When it comes to vinyl windows, no need to be confused. We manufacture in Wyoming, build them all right here. 'Cause we know the climate, suddenly it's all so clear with Gill Windows. Boys Tire and Auto.
When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and we offer your family the best selection and service in the region with expert advice and quality work done right the first time. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
Before you go flat, you better go fat. Fat Boys Tire and Auto.
For 17 years at Kia of Cheyenne, we have strived to offer the best value in a new vehicle. I'm AJ Miller, and the new 2023 Kia Seltos will take on the roads with rugged capabilities for all climates. The 2023 Kia Seltos has available all-wheel drive, 10-inch touchscreen, heated seats, and turbocharged power. With a new Kia, get one of the best warranties in the business. Come into Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to kiaofcheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Welcome you back to Natrona High School as we are here in Dalton Gymnasium. And for the Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin High School, this is the way they're going to come on out. First, we do want to acknowledge the fact that we have seen with the Gillette schools, Campbell County, as well as Thunder Basin, all sporting the shirt, even though they have their Thunder Basin logo on. And he did go to Thunder Basin, Max Sorensen, who was tragically killed during the Christmas holiday, if I recall, right, Nick?
Passed away.
Yeah.
Again, wasn't killed, but he had passed away during the Christmas holiday. So, yes, again, they have at least honored his number 3, again, for both Campbell County, again, boys and girls. Same with, again, Thunder Basin, the girls and boys teams, again, throughout the season. So, again, yes, again, Max Sorensen passing away, again, earlier this season, which, again, affected the entire Gillette community. Again, also, too, affected the entire 4A as well, too, as, again, at least teams and host sites have acknowledged and, again, gave a moment of silence for, again, those teams as well.
And, again, they're all sporting the number 3 on the back of their shirt as they warm up. They're right below us here this afternoon. Let's get you the starting lineups for Leanne Cox's Thunder Basin Lady Bolts. This is the way they will come out. It will be Addie Westbrook. She's a junior, followed by an all-senior lineup. Kinley Solom, Lainey McCarty, Peyton Williams, and Josie Speltz. Again, Speltz is one you definitely got to keep your eye on. Matter of fact, as I was writing my notes here for this morning, Speltz, she's averaging 13 points a game. Also, you want to keep your eye on McCarty. She's averaging 18 points a game for Coach Cox. Now for the East High Lady Thunderbirds, here's their starting lineup for today. No changes. It will be Izzy DeLong, a 5'6" senior. She'll be joined in the backcourt by Brady Schlabs, a 5'7" junior. Now, Bowden Lilliadall, we list her as a forward, but she also can run the point quite a bit for head coach Eric Westling. Lilliadall at 5'6", she's a senior. On the other wing is Taylor Cassett. She's a 5'7" senior. And in the middle, it's Elisiana Fonseca, who is 6'1". And, of course, she has a little help from her friends, so she can sit down. That would be the likes of Jade Brown, Cashlyn Hawes, and Peyton Hall. All those freshmen have had a lot of playing opportunity this year for head coach Eric Westling.
I had a pleasure of speaking with Jay Brown's mom yesterday as well, too. Again, she loves our broadcast. And, again, made note that, again, she clipped out, again, one of our broadcasts of us kind of criticizing her, saying, hey, Jay Brown's got to pick up the free throws. Guess what she did? As soon as, again, they clipped out that, again, she worked on those free throws. So, again, hopefully that is something that pays off here today. If, again, she's thrusted in that position to at least go to the Cherry Stripe for Cheyenne East. But, again, for both teams, how we got to this point for Thunder Basin, for the Lady Bolts, again, day 1 action for them. They defeated Cheyenne South 68-12. Day 2 action, they took on Cheyenne Central. They won over Cheyenne Central 62-52. So Thunder Basin finds themselves here in the 4A East Girls Championship game. For the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds, day 1, they took on Natrona County. They won that contest 40-34. Day 2, they took on a familiar foe of the Laramie Lady Plainsmen. Cheyenne East winning that contest 58-46. So again, East Thunder Basin, this is for 1 and 2 seed in the state tournament. And again, bragging rights as well too of being the East Region champions.
Court is east-west. We are underneath the western hoop here as you come in the building at Natrona High School. Again, right now the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds are shooting at the east end, so they will have that. Their bench is right below us. we're looking forward to bringing you this contest again. This is for the championship. Thunder Basin will be in the home white uniforms as they've got the blue numerals along with the dark outline and Thunder Basin across the front. Cheyenne East will be in the powder blue travels, East on the front, white numerals, and the navy blue outline. We'll be back starting, well, the opening tap headed your way in just about 2 minutes. We will be back after this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
All the Taco Tuesday excitement at Taco John's can really start to mix things up. Just look at these delicious simmering Tuesdays. And on this taco, Tuesdays are only $1.19. See you on taco at Tuesday John's. Oh, whoops, Taco John's.
Hey guys. He's not wearing anything.
What? Hi, I'd like to order a hot chocolate, please. What? Are you...
She shoots, she scores. It's nothing but net. For your family dinner tonight at Two Doors Down. Two Doors Down is perfect for the active family with an expanded menu featuring Cheyenne's favorite gourmet burgers served with bottomless fries to your favorite platters, pastas, pizza, salads, a full kids menu, and much, much more. It's Two Doors Down. For a complete menu and specials, go to twodoorsdown.net. Two Doors Down, 118 East 17th Street. Flippin' great burgers since 2009.
Lanny at Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne is proud to be sponsoring March Madness, featuring our local high schools. Whenever your personal computer, laptop, or iPad is not performing to your standards, then it's time to call Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne at 307-256-8971 and let Lanny's many years of experience fix or address the problems that may exist. Also, watch out for those bad elements out there to harm your computer. Affordable Computer Repair is the perfect choice to consult you on the proper maintenance for your systems. Good luck to all of our high schools in tournament action from Affordable Computer Repair in Cheyenne.
A change in the starting lineup, and I'm glad you mentioned Jade Brown. She is going to be starting in place of Taylor Cassett, so you're going to have the Twin Towers right away. Brown will probably be on the wing as they'll move. Obviously, they'll keep Fonseca in the middle. So Jade Brown, the freshman, getting the call here in place of Taylor Cassett. So obviously, you could tell how important this game, and again, not taking anything away from Taylor Cassett. She's very steady on the floor, but Brown could be a quick impact player. And again, you got Twin Towers matching up against the sizable. We'll give them their due. They're sitting there around 5'10", 5'9", Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin High School.
Again, this is seeding for 1 and 2 coming up in the state tournament to represent the East, at least region. And again, this is for the East Region Championship between these two.
How we saw Fonseca step up against Cheyenne Central. That's the kind of afternoon she needs to have. Again, this senior really needs to take charge underneath the hoop. She will match up with Speltz, and Speltz, obviously the tallest on the team. She's probably about an inch taller than Fonseca. So again, that is their biggest player.
8-minute quarters here in the high school game. No shot clock, as we mentioned, 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com on the audio side for today's game. 1480 KRAE YouTube channel as well, too, as we are live streaming the ball game. Again, this game, Burns and Pine Bluffs today.
All right, tap is down, and it will come down into the hands of Brady Schlabs in the backcourt. Pushes it over the timeline. Schlabs looking at a zone. Schlabs pulled it with a jumper, partially blocked, and then taken away, blocked by Williams. Off to Westbrook. Westbrook into the near court, far side to Williams. Williams gets it over to Speltz. Speltz on the near side. She takes a dribble drive past Fonseca and dribbles it up and in. Nice little touch there by Josie Speltz as it falls in the cylinder, 2-0. Schlabs on the far side to DeLong. Izzy on top. Now to Liljedahl. Liljedahl, NBA 3. That one rimmed out right into the hands of Westbrook. Westbrook outlets it quickly to Williams. Williams back to Westbrook. Now they'll get it over to McCarty. McCarty, Speltz. She will lock and load from the angle. That won't go. The rebound hauled in by Brown. Brown quickly to Liljedahl. Bow on the far side, tried to be fancy with it, lost it behind her back, and it hits the floor. Speltz and Brown tie up. Not the time to be fancy here.
Again on the jump ball, again possession arrow in favor of the Lady Bolts.
Got to be businesslike in a situation like this. This is for the championship. Quickly down court, the Bolts break the press. Solom to Westbrook in between the rings. Now to Speltz. She's not afraid to load it up. She misses, and the long rebound comes out to Fonseca. To Schlabs. Schlabs pushing it up on the far side. Schlabs will kick it out to Liljedahl for 3. Bang! And a Bo Liljedahl trifecta. And the Lady T-Birds now lead by one, 3-2. Quickly on the attack. A nice little push off there for the bucket. You saw it, I saw it, Nick. As Solom will get the bucket, pushing off on DeLong.
You say that, but again, I got a big old, at least, barrier in my way here with a bunch of banners.
Schlabs will load it up. That one will slide off the mark there, and it's covered up by Solom. Quickly into the hands of Westbrook. Westbrook down to Speltz. She misses 2 times, point blank, and Brown comes away with the rebound quickly over to Liljedahl. Liljedahl on the far side takes it in, throws one up. A game's first whistle will be against the Lady Bolts.
First team foul called against Thunder Basin.
Looks like it's going to be on Westbrook.
And she'll pick up her first foul.
So at the line will be Bo Liljedahl for the Eastside Lady Thunderbirds. First shot is good. We are tied now at 4-4. I expect this game, nobody really to run out to big leads, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be tight all the way through. Second shot on the way. That one also is good. So all 5 points belong to Bo Liljedahl and the Eastside Lady Thunderbirds, leading by 1, 5-4. Backcourt pressure. Westbrook to Speltz. Speltz pushes it over the timeline with Fonseca on her east in their man-on-man defense to get it over to Williams. Williams looking on the far side over to McCarty. McCarty to Westbrook. Ball almost taken away by Schlabs. Now to Speltz. Speltz on the angle, lobs it down low. Blocked by DeLong. Nice job as she blocks Solom's shot. And here come the Lady Thunderbirds on the run. Liljedahl, long-range 3 off the front of the iron. That is no good. Rebound comes out. Taylor Cassidy, who's checked in for Brown. Schlabs, DeLong to Cassett. She almost was taken off before the ball reached her. Back to Schlabs, and now reload the offense. Now we'll see Thunder Basin dropping into a man-on-man defense. Schlabs fires it over to Cassett. Taylor quickly to Liljedahl. Liljedahl bounces it down low to Fonseca. She'll be fouled inside. That's on Westbrook. That'll be number 2.
Second team foul called against Thunder Basin. As again, Westbrook will pick up her second foul.
And Westbrook will be adios as soon as the first shot by Aliciana. At the free throw line, first shot on the way is good. I was going to say it before I jinxed her. Aliciana pretty doggone good from the stripe.
2-point advantage right now for Cheyenne East. 4:19 to go here in the first quarter.
Peyton Hall will come in for Izzy DeLong, 5'7" freshman. We also see Egan Clark, who's checked in. She is a senior, trying to catch the other number there. Campbell Cox, she is a junior. So they have made a couple of substitutions as well. That'll be a lane violation. There you go.
So another opportunity for Fonseca. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of those this season.
McCarty put the foot in the lane, and obviously that altered Fonseca's shot, the third shot, as she will make that one. And like I said, Luciana pretty doggone good from the stripe. East lead now 7-4. Backcourt pressure is Cox, or Clark that is, kicks it over in the corner. Inside, no whistle, inside, bowling over. McCarty bowls over Cassett, misses the shot, then loses it out, and O'Shiny's basketball. My goodness. Again, maybe we're getting into that mode, no blood, no foul.
Again, it is Championship Saturday, so hopefully officials, again, allowing to get a lot on the inside.
Lobs it inside, right into the waiting arms of Speltz. And quickly Clark pushes it down into the hands of Cox. Cox almost throws it away, tracking it down as McCarty. Back on top to Speltz. In the corner, long range three, and that is good for Kinley Solom. She has 5. Tied 7-7 with 3:20 to go here in quarter one. Brown will come in on the next horn.
A three-pointer by the Lady Bolts ended a bit of a scoring drought for them.
Schlabs wants to take it inside, kicks it over the corner. Wide open is Cassett for 3. Can't get it to go. Battle for the board. Speltz comes away with it. And quickly in the backcourt to Solom. Solom now over to Cox. Cox on top. Back to Clark. Now they'll go to Solom along the baseline. She's cut off by Cassett. They'll send it back out again to Cox. Now to Clark. Clark in between the loops. Solom can't get the shot off, so she'll send it over to McCarty. McCarty, top of the key. Far side. They go over to Cox. Solom. Now it's Clark. Clark drives inside and will draw the first foul on the Lady T-Birds. Take your pick. There was 3 blue shirts there.
First foul going against the Lady Thunderbirds. As it looks like that'll go against Brady Schlabs as she'll pick up her first foul.
So Schlabs with 1, Westbrook with 2. At the line to shoot 2 is Clark. First shot is good. So back on top are the Lady Bolts. We will see in the lineup Cashlyn Hawes, 6-footer, freshman, Izzy DeLong, and Jade Brown coming back in. Again, 8-7 advantage. Now 9-7 as Egan Clark hits both free throws. Peyton Hall will move to the point. She's bumped into, caught up in traffic, fires another bad pass. That's 2 in a row now for Hall. Quickly on the transition, easy bucket for McCarty. So moving back to the point will be Schlabs. And then we're going to get a moving screen on Hall. Not a good start for Peyton Hall.
Second team foul called against Cheyenne East. The clock stopped at 2:01 to go here in the first quarter.
So she will be replaced by Lilliadol.
Again, give respect to this Thunder Basin team. Again, #1 seed out of the Northeast Quadrant. Again, the team that did upset Cheyenne East to get and handed their first loss here in the state of Wyoming in 2 years.
Williams back in. Spelt, she'll take the long-range 3 off the back of the iron. Having the ball taken out of her hands with Schlabs, so Williams misses the shot, and then she will throw up an air ball after the rebound by Cox. Talk about aggressive underneath for those offensive boards. Lady Thunderbirds better get their act together because right now they look out of sync.
Still a lot of basketball remaining, though, for Cheyenne East.
$1:33 left to go here in the quarter. DeLong on top to Brown. Jade hasn't been involved down below yet. Lilliadol fires it in and out of the hands of Cashlyn Haas. And Fonseca will come in on the next horn. Again, the freshman right now having a hard time in this championship game. Missed shot by Speltz, pulled down by Brown. Lilliadol over to Schlabs. She'll cross it over to DeLong on the wing on the far side. Now on top they go to Liljedahl. Liljedahl back to Schlabs. Schlabs in between the loops. Stays outside. Her pass taken away. Blocked and taken away by Speltz. Speltz drops it back into the lap of Clark.
See if Thunder Basin tries to slow things down here. Again, 35 seconds ago.
Williams inside, and somewhere somebody blew an assignment, and McCarty with the easy hoop. And how about this run by the Lady Bolts? Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, an 8-0 run.
You were correct on that. 13-7 advantage, Thunder Basin.
Liljedahl takes it inside. She misses her shot, and Savannah Williams comes down with a rebound. Quickly on the attack, Clark to Speltz. Speltz loses the handle. The basketball should be out to Cheyenne. No, they're going to call it out to Thunder Basin. Official down below saw what I didn't see.
Stops the clock 2.6 seconds ago here in the first.
Clark will trigger it in way left of the bucket. And it will come into Speltz. Speltz over to Clark, launches a long range. You got to be kidding me. Well, you're getting an idea of how things might turn out here for the Lady Thunderbirds as Clark drills the trifecta, 16-7. After one period of play, we'll be back after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
Wyoming owned and operated since 1971, Burns Insurance is Wyoming's right choice for your insurance needs. Burns Insurance is a trusted choice, full-service, independent insurance agency offering a full range of commercial, agricultural, and personal insurance products through many national and regional carriers. Let our friendly, experienced agents help you find the right product at the right price for your asset protection. Buy the policy, get the agent at Burns Insurance, your right choice. Find Burns Insurance on Facebook or at burnsia.com.
The only time I can remember the Lady Thunderbirds playing flat like this was at South High. It took them a quarter to get going in a conference matchup, and then they kicked it into another gear. They might have against Campbell County, but they played steady. This one, they were flat in the first quarter, and again, making December mistakes.
Well, and again, you can't be flat against a Thunder Basin team. Again, they are the #1 team coming out of the Northeast Quadrant. Again, they are a phenomenal outfit, so again, you can't really hand them opportunities like this.
Liljedahl wide open along the baseline will draw the foul. The biscuit won't fall in. And let's see who is the culprit.
Team's third foul called against the Lady Bolts.
I think that might be on Savannah Williams. Peyton Williams.
And she'll pick up her first foul.
We got all these names in memory. Well, that ends a long scoring drought for the Lady Thunderbirds as Liljedahl hits the free throw, 16-8, 16-9. And for Bo, she's got 7 of the 9 points. Backcourt pressure slapped on by the Lady T-Birds. Clark being worked on by DeLong. Give it off to Williams. Williams on top with Fonseca coming out after her. In the corner is Kyla Stemka. Inside, forcing her way in, and traveling is Campbell Cox. So before the shot, she travels, and the Lady Thunderbirds chance now to whittle it down. They trail by 7, 16-9.
Chance here for Cheyenne East to chip away at the lead.
Liljedahl walking it over the timeline. They tried to force one inside and almost getting undercut was Fonseca on the turnover. Here comes the Lady Bolts. Stremka. Back on top, they go to Cox. Cox to Williams. Back over to Stremka. Stremka just inside the arc. Down low to Cox. And then reaching in for the ball was Schlabs. And they're going to say she grabbed the wrist. So that'll be 2 now on Brady. That'll force her out and bring back in Peyton Hall. Peyton had a rough about a minute and a half when she was in there with a couple of turnovers and a foul.
As mentioned, Brady picking up her second foul. Team third called against Cheyenne East.
Inbounds, long range three. That one burps out. Being aggressive on the boards, give them their due. Missing the shot was McCarty. Solom comes down the rebound. Williams on top. Well, right now, East a little flat-footed, wide open underneath, and kissing it off the glass is Egan Clark. And the Lady Bolts back up by 9 again, 18-9.
And Cheyenne East been a little lackadaisical on the pass. Seems a little miscommunication out there.
DeLong open for the 3. That's an air ball. And the rebound will be picked up by Solom. As Solom will push it on down. And then drop it back into the lap of Clark over the timeline. Stremka on top. They go to Solom. Bad pass knocked away, taken away by Liljedahl. One to beat. Off the window and good, and backing off was McCarty. Nice job by Bo Liljedahl, the senior, to make it 18-11.
She's been carrying the offense.
Yeah, the offense is on a milk carton right now, no kidding. Inside and a little bumping, and hitting the deck was McCarty, who
4th foul going against the Eastside Lady Thunderbirds.
Might be on Izzy DeLong.
As she will pick up her first foul. Clock stopped at 5:54 to go before half. Again, East trailing by 7 here.
First shot is good. You know, as we take a look at the Lady Bolts right now, not too many flaws in this operation.
They are a scary team, especially as now we focus up on the state tournament against Chinese. Are defending, 2-time defending 4A state champs.
Brooke Kendrick, the junior, checks in. Free throws are both good. Well, you know, if it's not the East High Lady Thunderbirds, I probably hand it over to the Thunder Basin Bolts so they can probably knock off that Cody outfit. Liljedahl dumps it down low. Brown high up the window and good. Nice job by the freshman on the assist from Liljedahl. 20-11. Williams on the attack, puts on the brakes on the angle, near side. Looking, crosses it over, and throws it away. A rare turnover by the Lady Bolts will allow Cheyenne East to hopefully get a little bit closer. Liljedahl now at the point.
And correct you on your score count again, 2013, advantage Thunder Basin.
My apology. We're trying to get it down to 5. DeLong's pass tipped away by Speltz. And on the run, missing the bunny underneath was Kendrick as McCarty came away with a nice pass. Liljedahl over to DeLong. DeLong with the left hand, hands it over to Hall, who tries to get inside, fires it high to Fonseca, now to Brown. Brown over to Liljedahl outside on the far side. Liljedahl hands it back to Hall. She'll square for the 3. Bang! And a Peyton Hall 3 comes at the right time. 20-16 now. Lady Thunderbirds trying to rally back. Kendrick has the ball knocked away by DeLong, and substitutions aplenty. Campbell Cox will come back in. We'll also see Egan Clark.
Good to see here in this quarter that Cheyenne East on the offensive side getting a little healthy, again trailing by 4.
Again, doing this out without Brady Schlabs, who has 2 fouls. Speltz crossed away. Cox off the mark with her long-range three. Long rebound comes out to DeLong. DeLong will give it off to Liljedahl. Again, man-on-man defense by the Lady Bolts. Liljedahl forces her way along the baseline. Brown, right place, right time. Offensive board, put back good. 20-18. 3:42 left to go. Taco John scoreboard first half. Clark with the left hand. Gets past DeLong, kicks it over to Cox. She'll square for the 3. That one misses the mark. Clark comes away with a rebound. Quickly to McCarty. She'll drive along the baseline. She'll put it up softly and good. So that ends their little cold spell. They still lead by 4. It's 22-18. 3:13 left to go in the first half. Liljedahl over to Hall. Crosses it over to DeLong. DeLong now to Liljedahl. Liljedahl takes it over to the far side. In the corner, bounces it down low to Fonseca. And Luciana double teamed by both Cox and, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say wait for the foul call on that one, but again, they're letting them play.
Well, right now you got a foul down low and a bucket by Speltz. Again, Solomon along with Cox double teaming Fonseca. She hits the floor, no call. Speltz hits the floor and a call on the Lady Thunderbirds.
As that foul will go against Fonseca, she'll pick up her first. Team's fifth called against Cheyenne East.
Right now, I will give the check mark on the positive side for the Lady Bolts on the transition game. And the old-fashioned three is good for Speltz. They are getting down the floor. They are busting down the court. It's 25-18. Lady Thunderbirds had it down to 2. Lilliedal. Cashlyn Hawes is checked back in. She'll check in for Fonseca. Hall on top. Loses the dribble momentarily. Gets it back to DeLong. Lilliedal for an NBA three, well off the mark. Ball tapped around, tied up between Solomon along with Peyton Hall. Should be out to the Bolts.
It will be to Lady Bolts, 2:16 to go before half.
Long pass down court. Speltz has Brown tailing her. Nice block. No, they're going to say she hit the arm. Brown, from our view, got the ball. From the official's view, who's right down below me, said no, it was the arm.
Team 6 called against Cheyenne East, first against Jay Brown.
So the freshman picking up her first foul, and the shot is good by Speltz. Second shot forthcoming, again by the senior, Josie Speltz. Lead is now 8. Lead is 9. Comley, they have not missed a free throw. 27-18.
That's what you do if you're an elite team like Thunder Basin is out of the Northeast Quadrant.
Lilliedal. On top to Hawes. Back to Lilliedal. You got 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Cheyenne East going up against these Lady Bolts. Hall for a 3. Well off the mark. Cleared away by Cox. On the transition. Missing the bunny. How about that? Was McCarty. Good job defensively. Cheyenne, she heard footsteps behind her. Lilliedal for another long-range 3. Bang! And a Bo Lilliedal trifecta draws East within a half dozen with a $1:28 to go. Stealing the ball in the backcourt. It's East. Hall to Lilliedal. Another NBA 3. Bang! Back to back. And how about that? Lady Thunderbirds down by a triple. 24-7-24. Gosh, I'm getting too excited here. Hall knocks the ball out as they tried to force it to Solomon in front of the East bench.
Clock stopped at 1:08 to go. Again, East trailing by 3. Thunder Basin with the basketball.
It will be Brown and Hawes coming off. Back in is Cassett and Fonseca. Inbounding it is Clark. Lobs it down low for Speltz and knocked away by Taylor. Nice job there. Trying to do that little lob and lay it up. Couldn't do it. Are they going to call a foul now? They're going to call a foul from the outside official when the official down below, and that is going to be probably one of the worst calls of this tournament.
Team 7 called against Cheyenne East.
He's nowhere near that call, and down here below, that is absolutely a horrid call. First shot by Speltz is good.
Again, did not see who the foul's going against.
It will be on Taylor Cassett for backing into her. And the second shot is good. So, again, Jordan Speltz calmly hits both free throws, takes away some of the momentum on an absolutely rotten call. I've seen a lot of bad calls. That one will rank up there in the top 10. Down low, Fonseca misses the bunny. She had it wide open from Lilliedal. And then in the backcourt, a turnover as Cox tried to get it to Clark and threw it away. East again slapping on that backcourt pressure.
He's trailing by 5, 48.7 seconds to go before half.
Inbounds from DeLong to Lilliedall.
Keep it in Lilliedall's hands. Again, she's been red hot from the land of three.
Yeah, no kidding. Lilliedall. Outside, dumps it down. Little Fonseca in the corner. Hall wide open for the three. Will draw the foul. Missing the shot. Sold that one. And the foul will be on Campbell Cox. And it will send Peyton Hall 3 times to the line.
Cox will pick up her first foul. Team's fourth called against Thunder Basin.
Still a lot of time left here in the first half, 33 seconds. First shot by Peyton Hall, perfect. 1 of 3. Second shot coming up. That one finds a way to fall through the nets. Fonseca will come on out. Jade Brown back in. So for the East Side Lady Thunderbirds, they could be down by 2 if Hall can get the trifecta. She does. 3 of 3. Nice job by the freshman there. Toning for some of those earlier problems she had. Cox driving along the baseline. That is cut off by Lilliedall. They get it on top to Speltz. Far side, they'll go over to Williams. Williams to McCarty. Back on top, they go to Clark. Clark to Speltz. Speltz on the angle. She's guarded by Brown. Now they go to Williams. She'll square for the 3. That one's an air ball picked up by Lilliedall. How about a chance for the Lady Thunderbirds to tie it at halftime? Lilliedall finds Hall. Lock, load for 3. That one off the back of the iron. It doesn't fall. At halftime, Thunder Basin 29, Cheyenne East 27. And we will be back after a 2-minute timeout. A 2-minute timeout you're listening to and watching high school hoops on 1480 KRAE.
30 years of service and care for Cheyenne and the surrounding area continues at Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. Hi, this is Larry Proietti for cars in downtown Cheyenne. This is the only place I take my vehicle for service, be it just an oil change, timing belt, checking on my heating and air conditioning unit, and even to replace a burnt-out brake light bulb or worn-out windshield wipers. John and his staff are there to take care of most minor repairs. John is even a TechNet professional. What does that mean to you? He's one of the best when it comes to servicing your car or truck. Check out TechNetProfessional.com today. Open Monday through Friday at 604 West Lincoln Way or call Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service for an appointment at 632-0498. Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Del Range across from Powers Field is a proud sponsor of our high school and LCCC student athletes. Chick-fil-A always offers 2 convenient drive-through lanes to pick up your order if you are on the go. Plus, they have an excellent dining room for the whole family. And remember to order ahead. Use the Chick-fil-A app on your phone. Stop into Chick-fil-A today, open Monday through Saturday, where you can enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Your home for the real chicken sandwich taste. Chick-fil-A, Windmill and Del Range.
Wisdom, expertise, compassion, qualities that are the foundation of Cheyenne Urological, with their experienced doctors and their highly trained staff providing top-quality treatment for prostate cancer, urinary tract infections, kidney stones, impotence, and incontinence. You can trust Cheyenne Urological to give you the highest quality urinary care. Now offering the latest in robotic surgery, call Cheyenne Urological at 635-4131. That's 635-4131.
Larry Proietti for Cheyenne Pack and Ship. Remember, Jeff and his expert crew will make sure your package is prepared with the most professional care and will arrive to its destination on time. Cheyenne Pack and Ship offers many other specialty services as well, including private mailboxes, notary services, fax, email, copy services, and courier services. Big or small, they pack and ship it all. Cheyenne Pack and Ship at 3901 East Pershing Boulevard. Call for more information at 307-632-9600.
Welcome you back as we are live from Natrona High School. I'm sorry, Nick. You know, like I said, I've seen a lot of basketball, love the high school basketball. I understand, and I'm going to throw this at you right now. I understand we got an official shortage, but again, I have seen enough of Wyoming High School Activity Association officials that are not ready to be in the big time. That is an absolutely horrible call that was called against Taylor Cassett. Official is standing right there who made the call where Cassett stepped in front of Speltz, knocked the ball away. It went off Cassett, so it went out of bounds. It would have been out to the Bolts. But the official on the far side near the scorer's table called the foul on Speltz. Absolutely horrible. And again,
and a delayed,
I'm fed up with this.
A delayed decision, but again, it is what it is. So again, it's 2-point advantage right now for the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts. Outside of that, again, there haven't been a whole lot of foul calls. Again, that was just kind of the bigger noted one out of, again, I think of 11 in total, 7 against Cheyenne East, 4 against Thunder Basin. So get a little bit of foul discrepancy going against the Lady Thunderbirds, but yeah, that was kind of a big one. Again, you have the better advantage, as again, I can't see on this side of the at least court, again, due to the setup here in Natrona County. But again, either way, though, it's something that is that something that will play in effect coming up in the second half, or at least has ramifications? Doubtful. Again, I think what we're seeing right now is Cheyenne East on the offensive side. This is a team that is not playing like the Lady Thunderbird basketball that we're used to, especially on the offense, where it's been a lot of one-and-dones. It's been also to a lot of careless passes where it seems like it's a little bit of miscommunication or lack of communication out there. Again, how many times have we seen Fonseca move one way, the pass is going to another way? So
some of the youth is also starting to show on the T-Bird side. And again, you know, when you have 3 freshmen, when you have Haas out there, you have Hall and you have Brown, you expect that something could go a little wrong, especially in an atmosphere such as this, a championship atmosphere. So for those young ladies, unfortunately, you're going to have to go from freshmen to seniors real quick. Lillidahl has kind of stepped up. She started out slow. Brady Schlabs picked up her second foul where we watched it right underneath here. Well, she hit the ball.
That's the key factor right now is no Brady Schlabs again for that majority of the second quarter, again, holding with that second foul. You mentioned the freshman, though, again, with Hall, or at least with especially Jay Brown, again, took her a bit, but finally got points on the board. Again, points have been all kind of swept up by Bowden Lillidahl. Give her credit again. She's really put this team on her back, especially the offense, with 15 points. But, again, we are seeing some of the youth at least pick up additional points to help her out. Again, Fonseca only with 2 points. She's really got to pick it up, use her sight on the inside. It's something that, again, the height that East has, again, with Brown, with Fonseca, they're kind of getting even matched up, or at least they're getting denied that inside entry point, which, again, that's where they make their living at.
And Luciana's getting double-teamed everywhere she goes. So Thunder Basin well aware of the seniors' presence on the floor.
If I'm Coach Wesley right now, though, I make sure, again, if you're taking shots, keep it with Bo Lillidahl. Again, what she's been able to do, she's been red hot, especially from the land of 3.
All right, for the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts, 16 in quarter number 1, 13 quarter number 2. They are being paced at the intermission. 9 points right now by Josie Speltz, 8 points by Lainey McCarty, 5 by Kinley Solom, and 7 points by Egan Clark. That is their 29 points. Addie Westbrook, the only one in foul difficulty, their point. She had to sit down most of the game. But a matter of fact, Egan Clark came in and did a great job in the backcourt. For the East High Lady Thunderbirds, and I had to make an adjustment because they gave Peyton Hall only a 2 on what we thought was a 3, Nick. So she has 5 points at the intermission. 4 points for Jade Brown. For the Lady Thunderbirds, 2 points for Luciana Fonseca. For Lillidahl, as I look at her right now, and I may be off on my numbers, I do believe she has 15 points for Cheyenne East. Again, Brady Schlabs, Izzy DeLong, they have yet to score for Cheyenne East.
Very quickly, again, giving updates of, again, teams that we'll see in the state tournament. We'll start on the girls' side. Thunder Basin and East are guaranteed either or will be 1 or 2 seeds. On the 3rd or 4th side, it will be Sheridan or Campbell County. Again, those are the 4 teams on the girls' side. Thunder, East, Sheridan, Campbell County. On the boys' side, we know it is Cheyenne East and Thunder Basin. Again, that is battle for 1 or 2 seed coming out of the East region. And for 3rd or 4th, it will be Campbell County and Laramie, the Laramie Plainsmen on the boys' side. So again, Thunder, Campbell County, Laramie, Cheyenne East. That's a boys' representation of the East region for at least next week's state tournament happening here in Casper.
29-27 at halftime. Back after a 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
At the Cheyenne Regional Heart and Vascular Institute, you're welcomed with the warmth of a community hospital and cared for with help from the most advanced technology in the industry. With our full spectrum of in-house heart services and procedures, you can get the treatment you need, recover, and get right back out there, all while remaining close to home. Find out more at CheyenneRegional.org/heart.
Enjoy a delicious donut made from the Donut Shop in their bright pink building at 416 Central Avenue next to the Diamond Horseshoe Cafe. Bonnie invites everyone to stop on in and enjoy their freshly made donuts featuring glazed, maple, chocolate-filled donuts, Long John, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Stop on in and grab your favorite donut or get a dozen or two from the Donut Shop at 416 Central Avenue or call and place your donut orders at 426-4013. The Donut Shop is open Monday through Sunday from 4:30 in the morning till 3 p.m. In the 1960s, Bruce Lee said, "Be water, my friend." The meaning of that advice has been debated ever since. Here at First Tier Bank, we believe he meant that preserving your liquid assets in a high-yield money market account can get you a decent yield on your funds while maintaining your liquidity in choppy financial markets. We've got some of the best money market rates around, and we'd like to invite you to be water and make your liquid assets work for you. Stop by or call First Tier Bank today with 2 locations to serve you at 1508 Stillwater Avenue and 1800 KRAE Avenue in downtown Cheyenne, or check us out at firsttierbanks.com. First Tier Banks, member FDIC. When shopping for that special someone or looking for that unique piece to accent your home, then look no further than giftconnections.net. At giftconnections.net, you'll see beautiful handmade pieces done by Rolf Lidberg of Sweden, featuring his work with trolls and tomtars, which are only sold in Cheyenne and Laramie County by a Cheyenne veteran who wants you to experience the beauty and craftsmanship in each piece. Shop at home or at work today by shopping locally at giftconnections.net. Remember to go to the KYOI BOGO icon for the buy one, get one offer at giftconnections.net.
Break. It's East basketball to open up quarter number 3. They are attacking the zone. We're right underneath that zone. Schlabs for 3. That one won't go. Cleared away by Speltz. She'll outlet it quickly to Westbrook. Westbrook to Solom. Far side. They'll get it to McCarty in the corner. Then back on top to Westbrook. Just starting quarter number 3. DeLong stripping it away from Westbrook. Finds Liljedahl. And in the transition portion of the program, Liljedahl waits for the whole team to come on down and give it back to Schlabs. Schlabs and Westbrook, Nick, the only ones with 2 fouls for either team. Schlabs waiting for the offensive setup. And what she waited was for everybody to move out, and she'll kiss it off the window and good. Nice job by Brady. We've seen that many times.
And she'll pick up her first points of this contest.
29-29 our score. Speltz on the far side over to Williams. Williams on top to Speltz. On the angle, they'll get it down low from Westbrook into the hands of Solomon. Brown will clear away the board for the Lady Thunderbirds. Quickly to Liljedahl. Liljedahl bounces it over the timeline into the corner. DeLong. Izzy with a dribble drive, then sends it back out on top to Brown. Schlabs looking around, hoping that middle opens up again. Now she'll go to the wing, lob it down low to Fonseca. Fonseca tosses one up and in. Had a hand in her face, and Feliciana puts the bucket in for the Lady Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Cheyenne East will take the lead.
31-29. Westbrook, far side, hands it off to Solom. Now on top to Speltz. Speltz travels with it. So coming out of the locker room for the Lady Bolts thus far over the first couple of minutes, a little bit of a struggle. That's good to see.
That's what you want if you're Cheyenne East, as again they take the lead. And again, as they look to add more to the 2-point advantage. About 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Schlabs tried to dump it down low, lobbed it just off the fingertips of Fonseca. However, Solom touches it last and touched it on the baseline. So it'll be out to the Lady T-Birds. DeLong to tap it right of the bucket. On a bounce inside, bad pass taken away by Westbrook. Lead pass for Speltz. Speltz with Liljedahl on her. Misses the shot as Bo got all basketball. Brown comes away with it quickly to Schlabs, now to Liljedahl. Liljedahl finds Schlabs. Schlabs with a head fake, almost lost the basketball in the corner down below us here on the near side. Schlabs holds it up high, hands it back over to Lilliadall, knocked away momentarily, briefly by Westbrook, but Lilliadall comes away with it. Lobs it down low to Fonseca. Fonseca draws the whistle, and that will be on Solomon.
First team foul going against the Lady Bolts here.
So Solomon picks up her first. Fonseca with 4 on the afternoon. First shot on the way, and that one is no good. Again, Luciana pretty decent from the free throw line for a pivot.
Again, this unique dynamic that is Natrona County, this gymnasium might play a little factor on some of these free throws.
Again, movement, but it would have been against the Lady Bolts. Fonseca does get the free throw to count. 32-29 in favor of East. Lady Bolts thus far, 2 minutes and 40 seconds without getting anything underway, and yet another turnover. Yes, long lead pass by Westbrook out of Solomon's range, and a timeout call by the Lady Bolts. East 32, Thunder Basin 29. Back after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
Visit Halliday Subaru in Cheyenne. At Halliday Subaru, you'll find one of the largest Subaru selections in Wyoming, always at low Halliday common sense prices, including the most popular Subaru models like Outback, Forester, and the Ascent. View lease and finance specials online at HallidaySubaru.com. Then visit Halliday Subaru, Westland Road, Motor City, Cheyenne. Experience the Halliday difference, the beginning of hassle-free driving.
Come see how the Halliday difference can make a big difference for you. The Halliday difference.
Basketball after the timeout, as it will be Lilliadall trotting it over the timeline, far side. Now directing traffic, gets Brown on top, forces one into Fonseca. Fonseca leans in, Speltz alters the shot, misses the shot. Quickly Westbrook to Solomon. Solomon now over to Speltz. Speltz wanting to take the baseline, gets the double team. East again staying man on man. Somebody's got to be open. That's Solomon. Nice head fake, throws up the little jumper. Good. That'll end their scoring string of about 3 minutes and 15 seconds with Solomon hitting the bucket. Check that was McCarty. So for the T-Birds, they lead by 1. It's 32-31. Schlabs works on Williams, gets the double team. Now to Fonseca. Fonseca with Speltz on her, back to Schlabs. That gets cut off. Now to Fonseca. Fonseca on the switch. Offensive foul called. And again, Eric Westling having problems with the one official. He will follow him down to as far as he can go. And Fonseca will pick up the charge.
Their second, team's first called against Cheyenne East.
Again, just stepping in front of her was Westbrook. Again, Nick, that's an either-or call. Eric Westling disagreed, and he followed that same character right down to the stripe, and then there's the next where you have to stop. Here's a long-range three loaded up by Campbell Cox, who's checked in. That won't go, and Speltz can't chase it down. It's 32-31. We'll see Cassett come back in. She'll come in for Fonseca, and we'll see Peyton Hall come in for Izzy DeLong. So
4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Again, Cheyenne East with a 1-point lead, looking to add more here. Again, this is the East Region Championship.
Thunder Basin's had the biggest lead, which was, 9 in this contest. But it's been pretty much a dogfight. In the corner, Cassett wide open, won't take the shot. Taylor not much of a scorer, more of a defense prowess that you can expect from her. Lilliadall loses the handle of the basketball. It's taken away by Westbrook. Westbrook on a bounce right into the knees of Brown, and she'll come away with the steal. Nice job by Jade. Nice to be long, lean, and lanky. Here comes... We're going to get an offensive foul called back-to-back now on Cheyenne East. That one will be on Lilliadall for a moving screen.
As Bona will pick up her first foul. Team second called against Cheyenne East. And ball out to Thunder Basin now.
Start keeping an eye on the fouls here, Nick. That'll be called here in this half.
Well, so far we've had 2 offensive ones going against Cheyenne East.
It will be Clark back into the backcourt for the Lady Bolts. Cox on the Far side, they'll get it over to Solemn. Solemn sends it back out to Cox. Chance for the Lady Bolts to grab the lead here at the 3-minute mark. Inside, and we'll count the bucket. It will be Solemn with the hoop, who put a hand on her belt. Can't see the number. I think it might be, Cassett? Or they're going to call it Lillidahl.
They're going to call Lillidahl back-to-back fouls for her, so her second, team's third now called against Cheyenne East.
Solemn with the bucket and a chance for the old-fashioned three, 33-32. And again, Lady Bolt's pretty efficient at the free throw line as they now grab a 34-32 lead. Westbrook back in for Solemn. Schlabs along with Cassett, Hall, Brown, and DeLong on the floor for the Lady T-Birds. Schlabs on the near side. Gets it over in the corner to Cassett. Nice pass inside, almost outstretched Jade, but she did have enough on the fingernails to pull that one down and then put it off the window and good. East back with a tie with the Lady Bolts, 34-34. And then a traveling call as Hall got right in the face of Clark, and Clark pirouetted around by moving the pivot foot. So again, for the Lady Thunderbirds with 2:28 to go here in the quarter, chance to take the lead. They led most of the quarter. Cassett, top of the key, takes a drive inside, underhands one up, can't get it to go. Brown is there to put it back up and in. Jade Brown. She's making a living inside. 36-34.
Jay Brown picking it up on the offense, her 8th point right there.
Westbrook, far side. In the corner, they go to Cox. Back on top to Clark. Clark being hounded by Hall. To McCarty. McCarty with the left hand. Now to Cox. Cox not afraid to chuck it from the outside. Spelt, she's been awfully quiet, and that's a good thing. Cox wide open for the three. Can't get it to go. Long rebound ends up in the hands and getting tripped up. Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna be for the bad guys as it looked like, and she might be coming off. Clark got tripped up. She got tangled up with Hall. And the Thunder Basin fans wanting the foul. No foul there. Again,
I think they have a strong argument as, again, she also, too, has that knee brace, so, again, limping off a bit off the court. But, yeah, I think Thunder Basin had a bit of an argument there. Again, that was right in front of the official.
Yeah. $1:30 left to go here in the quarter. Down low, they try to get it to Haas, and it's knocked away by Williams. Again, a little crisper on the passes by the Lady Thunderbirds, and again, we get a chance to see that. Fonseca back in as well, right below us. Gets it into Haas, tried to lob it in, and Cox knocks it out of bounds. So again, Cheyenne East will have Schlabs this time bring it in. Brady right below us. As she taps the basketball, left of the cylinder, lobs it up for Fonseca. Fonseca. And then we'll get a block call this time. Stepping in front of Fonseca was Cox. That would be number 2 on her.
Second team foul called against the Lady Bolts.
So with $1:20 left, again, left of the bucket. Schlabs to bring it in. East moving around. They'll get it into Fonseca to Haas. Haas kicks it out to Lillidahl. Lillidahl now will back it out. Trying to drive along the baseline, loses the handle of the basketball, tied up, jump ball, and it should be out to East, right? So again, left of the bucket.
Yeah, actually, possession arrows in favor of Thunder Basin.
Yeah, we had a tie up earlier, didn't we?
So with 1:08 to go here in the third, again, ball out to Thunder Basin.
East brought it in halftime. There we go. After the half, Westbrook will trot it on down. Thunderbirds clinging to a 2-point advantage. Solemn to Williams on the wing, near side. Again, they are way down court. Ball goes right off the tummy of Westbrook. Then she's tripped. She trips herself. DeLong comes after her now, near center court. Overshoots, and the ball loose on the floor, picked up by Schlabs. Westbrook wanted a foul, and the official said no. Schlabs over to DeLong. DeLong loses the handle, and then her pocket's picked by Westbrook. Nice job by Westbrook. Quickly to McCarty. McCarty has the ball stripped away by Schlabs. Schlabs stripping it off the kneecap of McCarty, and it will be out to the Lady Thunderbirds with 20.5 seconds to go. McCarty steps away.
I'd imagine that Cheyenne's going to hold for the final shot here of the quarter.
Solom will come back in with 15 seconds left now. Schlabs over to DeLong. On top, they go to Fonseca. Fonseca looking for some movement. Ball knocked away by Cox. So it will be, and it will go off the hands of Lilliedal. So Brown will come in. Hall will come in. Lilliedal will sit down.
With 4.6 seconds to go here in the third.
And a chance again for the Lady Bolts to tie or go ahead, as we saw early in the first quarter, or right at the end of the first quarter. Westbrook being hounded by DeLong, launches a long-range three, air ball after three, East 34. Thunder Basin, check that, East 36. Thunder Basin 34, back after the 60-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
For nearly 30 years, family-owned and operated Lennox Auto Body, along with the Auto Glass and Detail Center, has been serving our community with quality and customer satisfaction. It's a pretty simple drill. When you want it done right the first time, call Lennox Auto Body for an appointment at 307-634-6608. Lennox Auto Body at 1020 Dunn Avenue. And the Auto Glass and Detail Center. Remember, it's not clean until it's Lennox clean at 617 East Pershing Boulevard.
Lennox Auto Body. No shortcuts, no compromise.
Are you looking for a pharmacist who will actually take the time to talk to you? Then come to Medicap Pharmacy. We're dedicated to healthcare only, which means we'll fill your prescription quickly, and then we'll make time to listen, answer your questions, explain your prescriptions, and tell you about possible drug interactions.
Medicap Pharmacy. We'll always make time for you.
Medicap Pharmacy, 1947 Bluegrass Circle, next to Texas Roadhouse in Cheyenne. Or call 635-3712.
I hate to use this phrase, Nick, but welcome to 8 minutes of hell right now, because it's going to be a battle between two juggernauts here in the East. Thunder Basin Cheyenne East. Lady Thunderbirds with the basketball as we open up quarter number 4. They lead by 2. Fonseca on the high block has it knocked away, but back into the hands of Schlabs. Now over to Lilliedal. Jade Brown also on the floor, and Izzy DeLong. They lob it down low to Fonseca, kicks it out to Brown, now in the corner. DeLong for 3. That's an air ball, and the rebound pulled down by Westbrook. Quickly in the outlet to Solom, down low. They go to Williams, loses their balance along the baseline. Double team, gets it in the hands of McCarty, and McCarty kisses off the window and good. East won last quarter, 9-5 scoring-wise.
Tie ball game, 36 apiece here.
Schlabs loses the basketball, trying to go behind the back, and no ball, and McCarty will make them pay. Back-to-back hoops, and now Thunder Basin leads 38-36. Lilliedal head fakes on McCarty, sends it back over to Schlabs. Schlabs with the left hand, spin around move, tried to bank one off the window, can't get it to go. At least they got a shot off that time. Williams comes away with it. Westbrook, Solom, they try to get it down low to Speltz, knocked away by Brown into the hands of Lilliedal. Nice job by Jade again. Schlab steps back for the jumper. That won't go, and it will go off the hands. They're going to say it was last touch by Schlabs. Fonseca thought about grabbing it, and then she thought, well, no, somebody from Thunder Basin touched it. I think she might have thought Speltz had a hand on it.
6:25 to go here in the final quarter of, again, the East Regional Championship game.
Westbrook brings it down in a hurry. Williams on the angle. Inside, bad pass taken away by Schlabs. Both these teams, they know where the ball is going to be at all the time. Schlabs in between the loops, looking for some help, finds it in DeLong. DeLong hands it off to Lilliedal. She gets the double team. forces herself in. No, kicks it in the corner. Schlabs for three. Bang! And a Brady Schlabs tray, and I do believe a timeout called by the Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds, leading 39-38. We're back after a 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union is now offering a simple way to help make your money work for you. Meridian Trust will now pay 4% interest on their Max Rewards free checking accounts with balances up to $25,000 per month. Get all the details at mymeridiantrust.com or stop by your local Meridian Trust branch with 3 locations in Cheyenne. 4349 East Lincoln Way, 1602 East Prairie Avenue, and downtown at 2223 Warren Avenue. Right now is the perfect time to become a Meridian Trust member. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, where your deposits are safely insured by the NCUA. Be sure to stop in today.
Welcome you back. Lady Thunderbirds lead 38-39. Taco John scoreboard, 5:53 to go in this one, Nick. It is going to be down to the bare nubbins.
Both of these teams have already qualified for the state tournament. It just depends on who's going to be the number 1 seed out of the East, who will be the 2 seed out of the East. And again, this is for bragging rights to say that you're the East Region champions.
And if Cody is that number 1 seed out of the West, you don't want to be the number 2 seed because you're going to meet him in the semifinals.
Yeah, or at least potentially.
It's Westbrook. And again, we're handing the pinball crown to Cody. Nobody over there has found a way to even penetrate and even get close to the Lady Bronx. Here's Speltz for a long-range 3. Holy cow. She's been quiet, and she says, give me the basketball, and she drilled it from the angle to make it a 41-39 score on the far side. Lillidahl goes inside, travels with it. Good job as they put up a brick wall in front of her with Solom and McCarty. So DeLong will come on out, Hall back in. We'll also see for Cheyenne East, Taylor Cassick come in, defensive specialist. Inbounds will be to Speltz here in the backcourt. She put it in the hands of Westbrook. She works on Hall. Cox. Now on top, they go to Speltz. Speltz wanted to drive inside, cut off by Brown. Back on top is McCarty. Looked like she shuffled the feet. Get into the hands of Solomon. In and out. Rebound. Battle for and into the hands of Campbell Cox. Give her due. Throws it back to Speltz. She puts up a little 14-footer. And the lead now is 43-39. We've seen the runs like this by both teams, and then all of a sudden, one calms down and the other one picks it up. Schlab's missing the little short-range jumper. And it will be rebounded by the Lady Bolt. Westbrook now on the attack. Westbrook on the far side. They are slowing it down. They're in no hurry. Speltz on top to Cox. Usually she would take that shot. She did not. Gave it off to McCarty. Speltz, again, staying outside. Westbrook. They look like they're going to do it, Nick, but they won't shoot it. Cox.
As we're at the halfway mark here of this fourth quarter.
Speltz, McCarty. East denying the inside ball, taken away by Lillidahl. Lillidahl has McCarty to beat, and she'll hit the floor. Westbrook hits the floor. Who will be the foul on? Was it in the act of shooting? Questions to be answered.
Team third called against the Lady Bolts.
It will be on Westbrook, her third. It will be Lillidahl at the line to shoot a pair for Cheyenne East. They've been outscored this quarter 9-3. First shot on the way by the senior is no good. So far, this lid on the clown's mouth has really affected Cheyenne East. Fonseca comes back in. We'll see DeLong come back in. Hall along with Brown step on out for Bo. She hits 1 out of 2, cuts the deficit down to a tray.
How about 16 points so far for Bo on this contest?
Cox. Offensive foul. Did Lillidahl sell that one?
Fourth whistle going against the Lady Bolts.
And for Cox, that is the third one. Boy, we'd like to get one more on her and get her out of there. She is a load.
Chance here for Cheyenne East to chip away at the lead, if not tie it with a three-pointer.
We'll see Clark coming back in on the next horn. Schlabs. High on top, they get it Fonseca back to Brady. Uses that thin margin and puts it off the window and good. I mean, she literally slithered her way in, and I'm glad we got a chance to see that down below. It's 43-42 in the corner. Speltz wants to drive. That's cut off by Fonseca. Back out on top to McCarty. She pump fakes for the three. Oh, Speltz left alone for three. Hits nothing but the twine. Nice save by McCarty.
You had 4 at least blue shirts for East right around that basketball.
Westbrook inside they go to McCarty. She leans in off the window and good. And McCarty finishes off what could have been out to Cheyenne East. 45-42. Lilliadall on the wing, near side. Bowe with a head fake. On a bounce over to Schlabs. Schlabs kicks it out to Cassett. Now over to Lilliadall. Lilliadall wants to drive inside, throws up a break. That hit the side of the standard as it was Westbrook to Cox. Solom now back to Westbrook. She'll put it on her hip for a little bit. Now to Speltz. They are going to milk some clock. This is what the younger classes need to look at, how these teams can burn clock.
Or at least the lower class, or at least again the
class 1A, 2As.
Yeah.
And sneaking inside is Westbrook. She's not going to shoot it. She kicks it out to McCarty. McCarty loses the basketball, which was knocked away by Schlabs with a $1:55 to go. Hall roll return. And also Brown. So Cassett and DeLong will step on out. And then a timeout is called. 1:55 remaining in this contest. Thunder Basin 45, East 42. Back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
If you own a home or property, you have at some time experienced a systems failure, always at the worst possible time. If that happens to you, just call Merritt Plumbing and Heating at 638-0749. Randy Merritt has over 35 years experience of plumbing and heating service. Merritt Plumbing and Heating and their entire crew have one mission: to provide homeowners and businesses throughout Southeast Wyoming with reliable, affordable, and honest services. For plumbing and heating, commit this name to memory: Merritt Plumbing and Heating. Online at merrittplumbingandheating.com.
Proietti, along with Nick Proietti, we are back live here at Natrona High School.
This is one of 2 at least familiar matchups. Again, it is East Girls versus Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin. Game after this will be the Thunder Basin Bolts taking on the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds in that East Regional Championship on the boys' side. So again, East versus Thunder Basin becoming a nice rivalry here in the state.
It will be Westbrook. Didn't like what she saw. Called the timeout. So will we. 1:55 left to go. It is Thunder Basin 45 still. And East 42 back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
MHP is a certified public accounting and consulting firm located in Bow, Cheyenne, and Fort Collins, offering accounting, tax, and consulting services to businesses, not-for-profit, government, and individual clients. MHP takes pride in their commitment to providing close, personal attention to their clients. They also continue to invest time and resources in continuing education, state-of-the-art computer technology, and valuing their relationships with you. MHP is a proud supporter of local and UW athletics. MHP, 314 West 18th Street, or call 634-2151.
Back after the timeout, ball bounced in. It was between the legs of Hall, but ended up in the hands of Brown. Here come the Lady Thunderbirds trailing by 3. A lot of time left, 1:45 to go. Good job by the Lady Bolts to burn clock, though. Lilliadall will back it out. Brown will come into the corner on the near side. Lilliadall hands it over to Hall. Hall travels with it. Forgot to put the ball down, shuffled the feet. Turnover by the Lady Thunderbirds.
Huge turnover there by Cheyenne East. 1:32 to go in this ball game.
Again, Hall's had that down-up type of day. You feel for these young ladies. Again, in a champion situation, I can't even fathom the pressure they're going through. Quickly, Westbrook pushing it down into the hands of Cox. Over to Westbrook.
East does have fouls to give here.
And you got your first one committed, I do believe, by Izzy DeLong.
Now that should be team's fourth, and it will be team's fourth against Cheyenne East.
DeLong second. So right in front of the Bolts bench will be Speltz. She'll put it on a bounce over to Clark, who is tapped into by Liljedahl. And again, Cheyenne East trying to save the precious seconds. That's last. They got one more to give, right?
Team's fifth called against Cheyenne East.
Speltz again. We'll get it into Clark. Clark will keep it way outside, hold everything. And another Liljedahl foul. So Bo now with 4.
And team 6 called against Cheyenne East. So again, Bo Liljedahl picking up her fourth. Again, 16 points so far in this contest.
I think Coach Westling kind of daring the Lady Bolts to shoot from the free throw line, but they have missed.
Yeah, that's going to be tough as well, too, as Liljedahl will come to the bench. Again, top scorer right now for the East Side Lady Thunderbirds sitting down.
Schlabs getting in the lap of McCarty, and that's all she could do was grab onto her. Lainey McCarty will go to line. She's 2 of 2, has a half dozen here in the quarter.
7th foul going against Cheyenne East as Brady Schlabs will pick up her third. Shooting time for Thunder Basin.
This could be tough here for Cheyenne East if McCarty drills them both. Again, front side, need him to miss on the front. First shot on the way is absolutely perfect. Lead is now 4.
McCarty leads all scorers with 17 points here today.
Solomon Williams will come in for Cox as well as Clark.
Lead is now 4 for the Lady Bolts.
Second shot out of the way. That one is also good. So the lead now is 5. Lady Bolts have not missed a free throw this afternoon. Schlabs with the left hand gives it off to DeLong. DeLong drives inside, misses the bucket, hits the glass, and that was it. Rebound pulled down by Speltz. She's fouled in the backcourt by Brown. And Josie Speltz, who is 5 of 5 from the free throw line, has a shot at Nick. I'm going to probably say wrapping this up. She hits those 2.
Yeah.
That's a 2-possession lead with under a minute to play. First shot, good. Again, tip your cap to the Lady Bolts. They have not missed a free throw.
This is a team to keep a close eye out in the state tournament.
Second shot is also good. That one pretty much. And Eric Westling will take a full timeout. 49-42, under a minute to play, 57.6 seconds. We're back after the 60-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
Proud supporters of Cheyenne and community athletes Paige and Zach Lane with Number One Properties would like to wish all the high school and college athletes a successful year on the field and on the court. They have and will continue to support student athletes and are proud to be members of the Cheyenne community. Contact Paige and Zach if you want to sell or buy a home. A special thank you for referrals as well. From your friends at Number One Properties, Paige and Zach Lane. Call 307-214-0827.
Tired of choosing between spending and saving? Platte Valley Bank can help you take care of everything without missing anything. Managing your money can seem overwhelming. PV Budget helps you evaluate your spending, set savings goals, and create a budget that's easy to follow. Look for the PV Budget tool next time you log on to your online or mobile banking account. Take charge of your money and get your financial life on track. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Hands it over to Liljedahl. Screens for her for a 3. That misses. Box it out. Speltz. But she gets wrapped up with Fonseca. And possession arrow on the jump ball in favor of the Lady Bolts. 49.8 seconds to go. It will be Westbrook to trigger it in. Clark along with Cox have come back in. Inbounds will come over to Speltz. Now to Westbrook. Westbrook bumped into by DeLong.
As that'll be the 9th whistle going against Cheyenne East. DeLong will pick up her 3rd foul.
So Addie Westbrook will be at the line. This will be the last one before a double bonus. 49-42 the score. Again, switching off. Solomon will come back in. We'll also see Williams.
Give credit to this Lady Bolts team again. Keep a close eye again. It's him, Cody, and Cheyenne East. Again, teams to keep an eye out of that state tournament next week.
Missing it. Rare. Addie Westbrook missing the free throw. And DeLong comes down with it quickly. Into the hands of Schlab. She drives in. High off the glass. East is just stone cold. DeLong fouled underneath by Solom. That stops the clock. That is the best friend right now for the Cheyenne East Thunderbirds.
Team's fifth called against Thunder Basin. Yeah, Solomon will pick up her second foul. Stops the clock 35.5 seconds ago.
DeLong's first free throw attempt is good. Lady Thunderbirds have been limited to only 7 points here in the quarter.
Rizzy, that's her first point of this contest.
Yes. Second shot forthcoming is no good. Brown battles, comes away with the rebound. Nice job by Jade. Quickly out to Schlabs for three. That one off the back of the iron. Long rebound out to Lilliedal. Back over to Schlabs. Schlabs tripped up, loses the basketball into the hands of DeLong. A running right hand. That misses. Kept alive, ends up in the hands of Brown. 16 seconds, bad pass, and a collision between Clark and Schlabs, and I think Schlabs will get the foul. So for Brady, her fourth. That, I think, will do it.
Team's 10th called against Cheyenne East.
So Clark will be at the line. She will be shooting a couple of times. That is double bonus time now. And Eric Westling, again, third time he's had a disagreement with the one official who's made those calls. That one, they were both going for it, so I can't give you a one way or the other type of opinion on that.
And that kind of sealed the deal right there with that first free throw made. 7-point advantage.
So East will be the number 2 seed. They'll take on the number 3 seed coming up here in this building next weekend. Thursday, Friday. Thursday here at the Ford Wyoming Center. Both free throws are good. The East Regional champions, however, will be the Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin on the ladies' side. 14 and a half seconds ago, 51-43 our score. Lilliedal gets a screen, and then prolonging the agony is McCarty as she grabs onto Lilliedal. That's a good thing for Bo. Get to add to her point total. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. I see her right around, 16 points?
You are correct.
So
as a foul going against McCarty, she'll pick up her first foul. Team 6 called against Lady Bolts.
17 now for Bo as she hits the free throw. We'll also see switching back for the final 9.6 seconds with Cox and Clark. Second shot is also good by Lilliedal.
I do believe a timeout called by Cheyenne East.
All right. 51-45, our score, 9.6 seconds to go. Back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to and watching High School Hoops on 1480 KRAE.
Tired of choosing between spending and saving? Platte Valley Bank can help you take care of everything without missing anything. Managing your money can seem overwhelming. PV Budget helps you evaluate your spending, set savings goals, and create a budget that's easy to follow. Look for the PV Budget tool next time you log on to your online or mobile banking account. Take charge of your money and get your financial life on track. Platte Valley Bank, you belong here.
Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC.
The East High Lady Thunderbirds will move to that number 2 seed, a date with either the Lady Braves of Star Valley or the Lady Trojans of Casper Kelly Walsh. Inbounds will come to Speltz. Speltz pushed by Fonseca. And with 7.9 seconds to go.
As that'll be Fonseca's third foul, 11th whistle going against Cheyenne East. So again, double bonus already for Thunder Basin. But yes, again, looking at the east side again for girls, 1 versus 2 right now. It'll be again either Green River or Cody out of that at least side of the state. And again, in the third place contest again for 3 or 4 will be either Kelly Walsh or Star Valley.
So Speltz hitting the first free throw good, and we'll see Williams along with Solom come back in. We'll see these Lady Bolts again in Casper next weekend. Got a feeling. Second shot is also good. Lady Thunderbirds do have some back to the blackboard type of issues they got to take care of. Schlab's long range 3, that won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Speltz. Final score Thunder Basin defeating the Lady Thunderbirds for the second time this season, 53-45. They are the East Regional champions. Lady Thunderbirds will finish in second place. As Nick mentioned, the number 2 seed out of the East. They will take on the number 3 seed. We'll have a date either with Casper Kelly Walsh or Star Valley, and we'll have that for you live coming up next Thursday here on 1480 KRAE. Let's take a quick 2-minute timeout. A 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here in game 1 of 3 on 1480 KRAE.
Brand new to Cheyenne and Laramie County is WHSAA Print, where you'll get quality embroidery, screen printing, custom apparel, and they also offer a customized online shopping experience, which is perfect for all schools, groups, and individuals. Check out their website at whyo-print.com. You can also call Tyler today at 307-369-1327 or send him an email at tyler@whyo-print.com for more information. WHSAA Print is proud to be a sponsor of our local and area high school basketball teams throughout this season.
At Fat Boys Tire and Auto, our business is about more than just selling tires and fixing cars. We believe in faith, family, and community. The Fat Boys family has been serving Wyoming and Nebraska for over 50 years, and 3 generations later, our values have never changed. When you need tires or auto repairs, find the Fat Boys, and we'll treat you like family. Fat Boys Tire and Auto in Cheyenne, Laramie, Scottsbluff, and Wheatland. Get price quotes and schedule service at fatboystires.com.
17 years in the community and still striving to offer you the best value in a new vehicle. AJ Miller here for Kia of Cheyenne. Take a look at the new 2023 Kia Sorento. With the 2023 Kia Sorento, you have a choice of 3 models, 8 different trims, and 4 different all-weather drive modes. Some available features include 281 horsepower, 20-inch wheels, remote start, and climate control. Come into Kia of Cheyenne, call 775-0123 or go to kiaofcheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Shake up how you wake up with a bolder breakfast at Taco John's. Hit snooze on the same old, and bite into crispy potato olays, bacon, and nacho cheese. It's always a good day for nacho cheese.
Get 2 meat and potato breakfast burritos for just $6, only at Taco John's.
We welcome you back as the Eastside Thunderbirds will be on the floor next with the Thunder Basin Bolts boys action for the East Regional Championship. Obviously, we're not going to be able to carry that game because we need to pack up here. Head on over to the Ford Wyoming Center for championship action. Times 2 over there. 5 o'clock it will be. And again, we don't know if they're running ahead, behind. We got to get over there and get all set up as well, too. But it will be the Lady Broncs and the Lady Doggers for the state championship Class 2A, and boys action to follow about 3 hours later, as it will be the Pine Bluffs Hornets matching up with the Bighorn Rams. So we got a couple of sensational games, fingers crossed, headed your way this evening over at the Ford Wyoming Center. This one kind of dogged the Eastside Lady Thunderbirds in the second half. They came out and scored only 18 points. 9 in the quarter, they were outscored, believe it or not, 24-18 by the Thunder Basin Lady Bulls. Let's run down the scoring. Only 4 that scored for Thunder Basin. They were led by Josie Speltz and Laney McCarty, which I said earlier, these are the 2 you got to keep your eye on. Each had 18 points. Off the bench, Egan Clark with 9 and 8 points for Kinley Solom. That's it. For Addie Westbrook, she did not score. She missed the lone free throw for the Thunder Basin Lady Bulls. They went 15-16 from the charity stripe, scoring 16, 13, 5, and 19 in the respective quarters. For the Lady Thunderbirds, they score 7, 20, 9, 9. They were led by Bo Lilliedal's 18 points. Here's something that definitely Eric Westling has to keep under, he's got to be reminded of this. You got to get Brady Schlabs. You got to have Elisiana Fonseca score points. Schlabs held to only 7 points. How about Fonseca with only 5 here this evening? 1 point for Izzy DeLong. Off the bench, Jade Brown made a huge impact, I thought, to keep the Lady Thunderbirds in. She had 8 points. 5 points for Peyton Hall. She had an up and down day, but again, when she was scoring, she looked pretty doggone good at it. Peyton Hall with 5 points for the Lady Thunderbirds. Haas did not score. And again, looking at Taylor Cassett, she did not score for the Lady Thunderbirds. But again, they get beat 53-45 here at Natrona High School.
Again, Cheyenne East will be your number 2 seed out of the East region coming up in the state tournament. Again, we'll either face Kelly Walsh or against Star Valley in that first round matchup happening here at Natrona County High School. So again, we'll have that game here live coming up next Thursday, live from Casper here on 1480 KRAE. So looking forward to that. But again, for Cheyenne East, a tough one here as now Thunder Basin kind of moves into a respectable team of keep an eye out. They might gun for, again, that state championship opportunity that Cheyenne East looking for that ever hopeful, ever lovely three-peat opportunity for 4A state champions. We shall see. Again, that will come up next week here at Casper.
Well, one of the things you mentioned, and I said this earlier too, with and I said this to you in the break, I think if it's not the East High Lady Thunderbirds, I think and again, you saw Cody last year, they're big, but also too, I think that the Lady Bolts will match up physically with the likes of a Cody Bronx. If they did get to that championship matchup, I'd have to look at a team like Thunder Basin where, again, 15-16 from the free throw line, that pretty much tells me they're a disciplined group at the free throw line.
Obviously, venues will change again from Natrona County to the Fort Wyoming Center, so who knows if that affects teams. Again, we shall see. We've seen upsets in Class 2A so far. So, again, anything and everything can happen in postseason play. And all we know is that, again, coming up next Thursday, Friday, and potentially Saturday, we only have 2 of the 6 Cheyenne schools competing for a state championship. And, again, 2 of them are at least with the Cheyenne East namesake in front of them, East High Thunderbirds and the East High Lady Thunderbirds. That's all who is going to state. Central boys and girls, South boys and girls have all been eliminated here in the regional tournament.
All right, so again, we will be back at it around 4:45 or so. Again, how things go. I think we have the second game out of the break over at the Fort Wyoming Center for the championship game, because I think it's 1A followed up by 2A. So after the awards presentation, we will have for you Burns taking on Lingo Fort Laramie, and then the closeout game at 8 o'clock roughly will be the Pine Bluffs Hornets matching up with the Bighorn Rams. Thank you again to all our wonderful sponsors. Can't do it without them. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, MHP, LLP, Lennox Auto Body, Chick-fil-A at Windmill and Del Range, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, Halliday Motors, Platte Valley Bank, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, U.S. Air Force Recruiting Office, 2 doors down. We also want to say thank you to Cheyenne Neurological, Cheyenne Package Ship, Gil Window Company, Key of Cheyenne, Wyoming Department of Transportation, First Tier Bank, Medicap Pharmacy, Page and Zach Lane at Number 1 Properties. Also want to say thank you to Burns Insurance Company, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service. Also to our new sponsors, join us here for regional and state coverage. YO Print LLC, giftconnections.net, The Donut Shop on Central Avenue, affordable computer repair, and most importantly, thank you to Taco John's, our longtime scoreboard sponsor. So, for Lanny Dasis, thank you back at the house. And for Nick Proietti, next time we will talk to you around 4:45 this afternoon, maybe earlier, maybe later, but tentatively slate us for 4:45 in your radio and as well as your video live stream on YouTube. That's when we should be back with you, as it will be the Lady Bronx and the Lady Doggers. So for Nick Proietti, Lanny Dasis back at the KRAE Studios.